Hello and welcome to another LeetCode solution video. This is problem number 46, permutations. For this problem, we're given an array nums of distinct integers. Return all the possible permutations. You can return the answer in any order. For example 1, we're given an input nums array of 1, 2, 3, and our output would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 2, 1. For example 2, we're given an input nums array of 0, 1, and our output would be 0, 1, and 1, 0. And for example 3, we're given an input of 1, and our output would be 1. Let's go through an example. For this example, we're given an input nums array of 2, 3, 4. And for this problem, we're going to want to go through and get every possible permutation. With this example being only 3 values, it's a pretty straightforward solution. We can go through all permutations, starting with 2 as our first value. So we have 2, 3, 4, and 2, 4, 3. Then we have 3 as our first value, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 2. And finally, we have 4 as our first value, so 4, 2, 3, and 4, 3, 2. When we have more values in our input array, it becomes more complicated. So with an example like 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll want to use backtracking to get all possible permutations. So starting off, we'll get all possible permutations with 1 as our first value. Then we'll move on to our second value and add 2. And then we'll do our third value and add 3. Then finally, getting our first permutation by adding our fourth value, which would be 4. At this point, we'll want to backtrack to get our next permutation. So when we backtrack to our permutation with 1, 2, 3, we only have one possible value to go into our last index in our array. So we have to backtrack again. So now we'll backtrack to where we have 1, 2, and we'll try adding 4 instead of 3 to our third position. And then we'll add our fourth value of 3, getting our second permutation. So now we have our second permutation and we want to backtrack again. Backtracking to where we had 1, 2, 4, we only have one possible value again, so we want to backtrack again. Now when we're at 1, 2, we've exhausted all possible permutations of this combination, so we'll have to backtrack again. So we'll backtrack all the way to where we just have 1 in our permutation and try adding a different value to our second position. So we would add 3 here and continue going through getting all possible permutations. And after backtracking a bunch and going through all possible permutations, this would be our output. Let's jump into the code. The first thing we're going to want to do is define our backtracking function, and we're going to want to pass one variable to this function, which will be our start variable. And our start variable is used to keep track of the index in our permutation we've started from, so what we would backtrack to. And the first thing we want to do in our backtracking function is check to see if our start variable is equal to the length of our nums list. And if they are equal, that means we've reached the end of our nums list and we've gotten all permutations. So we'll append our current permutation to our result and return. And our result variable will be defining later in our permutation function, and it'll be what we use to output all of our permutations. Next, we're going to want to loop through our nums list, and we're going to start from our start variable index and go to the length of our nums list. And this for loop is how we're going to get all of our permutations. The first thing we're going to do is swap our current value at our start index with our current value at our I index. Then we're going to call our backtracking function with our start value plus 1, and then we're going to swap the two values back. And this pretty much swaps two elements in our nums list to try that permutation, throws it into the backtracking function to get all possible permutations with those swapped numbers, and then swaps them back to continue with the previous permutation. And that's it for our backtracking function, so let's go through the rest of our permutation function. First thing we're going to do is define our result variable, and this will be used to return all of our permutations. Next, we'll want to kick off our backtracking, and we'll call backtracking function with 0 as our start. And finally, we'll just want to return our result value. That's it for our code, so let's run this. All test case passed, so let's submit. Our solution was accepted, so that's it for this problem. If you like this video and want to see more content like it, make sure to check out my channel. Thanks for watching.